Hello, hi, welcome in or welcome back. Today we are doing a bit of an empties. We finished a quarter of the year, wild, and I guess a little bit more than that now. We're a few weeks into April, so it's extra time to do an empties. Have I been here? I'm gonna do my best to limit the scrounging, but there's a handful, and I think it's just gonna be best to dive in, and we'll start with the bigger products so we can move them out of the way. The first is not a beauty item; it's a candle. This is the Bath and Body Works. It's Winter Candy Apple. I learned with this candle a couple of things. Well, one, I burned it down to its wick, like bottom of the wick, and it won't burn anymore even though there's a bit left. But I also learned how to burn a candle evenly. I did not know that the first time you burn a candle, you need to burn it for about 2 hours in order to get an even burn. The rest, you can burn it. I don't think like it matters all that much. But the first time you burn it, you need like a good chunk. And I've just found that burning candles for like when you have a bit more time is generally the way to go. And so this burned very evenly, only until the bottom. Like you can see that there's some lines of demarcation. And the only reason for that is because one wick burnt out sooner than the others. This is the last Bath and Body Works candle that I own. This was actually a gift. I got it like 2021, 2020, something like that. I'm glad that I finally burned it. I didn't love the smell, which is why it kind of took so long to use up. But I didn't use it for the first time until like this past winter and used it over a few months. And I'm glad that it's out. I wouldn't repurchase this, and I'm avoiding, I guess, maybe like Bath and Body Works candles. I think at some point I'll probably own one again, but I don't think anytime soon. Also an old one. I got these back in 2020. These are the True Earth like eco strips. That's what they're called. They're laundry detergent strips. So they look like back here. These were fun. Like these were nice. I had two of these. I had like a fresh linen scent, and this one was fragrance free. These were okay. One of the reasons why I didn't use these in like previous machines is that they did not disintegrate in the washing machine, like whatever ones I was using. In my parents' house, this did not do well, and in my previous place, their washing machine, this didn't do well either. Finally did fine in this washing machine, but I also have been using it for like hand washing sweaters. I find this gentle. When you have really dirty stuff, really dirty smelly stuff, this isn't generally enough, but like for the average wash is totally fine. I was using this the most to hand wash sweaters. I think I'm going to miss it the most for that fact. I would consider buying it again for hand washing. I just like didn't love it for regular use. It wasn't, I don't know exactly how to explain it. It wasn't terrible, but it just wasn't great. And I also don't love owning multiple products that do the same thing. Like, I don't want to have to do the calculation of like, how dirty are these clothes? Which laundry soap should I use today? I don't know. I feel you get me. And these are also like expensive for 32 loads, which like, I get it. They're providing a way more sustainable service. This can be recycled. It's paper. And like, it saves on packaging. Like, I get it. I really do. But I also like don't necessarily just want to buy something that to me doesn't like fit into my lifestyle as well just because it's green, you know? if you were here in 2022, this will look familiar. This is my Aveeno moisturizer, and I finally finished it. This was recently, like end of February, and I'm so happy that this took me like years to finish. 2.5, 3 years to finish this stinking bottle of it was good. It was fine. It was nice. I just take forever to use body lotions. I would buy it again. It was nice. I like the scent. Worked fine. Worked great. When I did replace this already. And when I went to the store to go replace it, the one I bought was Dove. And I think I've already talked about that before. Like I went to go look for this one and it was like $12 or something like that. And the Dove one was $8. And I was like, I'm just going to go with the price on this one because it's not really like one brand is better than the other. It's like Dove and Aveeno, you know? But in the future, if I were to, finish my Dove one and need another one, I would consider it. This guy. This is the Cetaphil face wash. It's oily skin cleanser. I think this one is more mils than the CeraVe one. I don't know why I blanked on that name. I think the CeraVe one is like $4.80 something, but they're still similar in size. The Cetaphil one is cheaper, but CeraVe is king. Fight me on it. Sorry. I'm aggressive for no reason sometimes. This just isn't as nice as the Cetaphil one. The CeraVe one. The CeraVe one is superior. This just, it's like the formula, the texture, the smell, like CeraVe beats it in every way. I feel like the distinction is only somewhat subtle. And like, I don't know if all of my reasons for liking the CeraVe one are totally rational, but in my opinion, it's better. So when I go to replace this, it will be CeraVe. Okay, another, like, we're hitting on some stuff that's been here a long time. I'm so proud of myself for finishing some of this like long time hanging around stuff. Well, long time I feel like is more than 2 years. For like beauty products, taking 2 years to finish stuff, or like the candle's been hanging around for a long time, not necessarily beauty, but like all the stuff has been hanging around for multiple years. This is the Secret. It's aluminum-free cherry blossom deodorant. This did not work with my body chemistry. I did not smell good. Yeah, something about this particular scent. I'm glad to have it out. I bought this in 2021, I believe. Used it for a few months, or maybe 22, something like that. Used it for a few months and then stopped using it because I didn't smell good. And then I put it on the back burner, and then the past roughly year, every now and then, like if I know I'm going to be at home, like on a weekend or something like that, I'll use it. And it's taken me a while to finish the rest of it because it might be like once every week or two. And it's finally done. Would not repurchase. Okay, we have more. We'll finish off the skincare and then end with like more makeup stuff. This is the e.l.f. Makeup Melting Balm. This was okay. And I did purchase a backup in December. I bought a bunch of e.l.f. stuff from their website because they had a sale and there was some stuff I was curious about and felt like I'm going to finish all my skincare anyways. I think I'm going to like this. Why not? Like buy stuff I'm going to need at a discount. This is, I think, regular price, like $14, maybe $12, and I got it for something like $6 or $8. So the replacement of this ended up being cheaper than like my regular favorite. So I am working through the other one right now. I like my cleansing, like my Palmer's cleansing oil better because this only really works on dry skin. If your skin is wet when you use it, it is barely effective. It's not as good as when your skin is dry. Yeah, it's significantly less effective when your skin is wet. And so because I use this almost exclusively in the shower, it took me a while to realize that this actually works best when your face is dry. So now when I go into the shower, regardless of what I plan to do, the first thing I do is put this on and then I'll wash my face and do the rest of my stuff. Because otherwise, like, I have come out of the shower, like, using this and a second cleanse and all my makeup not being off. This is more expensive than my regular favorite product, which is a cleansing oil. You don't have any of that, like, finickiness, which is also why I prefer it. It's cheaper, it works in all kinds of circumstances, and in my opinion, it lasts longer. So it's not like this product sucks and it works like would be the best if you don't use it in the shower, but I just feel like there's better options. Okay, another skincare CeraVe. This is the facial, like, their night moisturizer. This was not moisturizing enough. I typically need something more moisturizing, except for like the heat of summer. I could potentially use this in the summertime, but like 8 months of the year, this is not going to be good enough. So if you have really oily skin, this might be something to check out. If not, it's not enough. This took me about a year to finish, if not longer, because I was like mixing oil in this and like doing other stuff with it, and I didn't use it for a while because it just wasn't moisturizing enough. Okay, I'm gonna get to the thing that's rolling around, and this is the JVN Instant Recovery Serum. I bought a mini of this because I wanted to try before committing to the full size. This is like ultimately a heat protectant. Or like, I cleaned this out. I love the smell of this. I love it so much. And I would consider rebuying this if it was a spray. I learned from this product that I only want to use heat protectants that are sprays. I do not like dipping my fingers into hair products and applying it on my hair. I also feel like it doesn't apply as evenly as a spray. So I'm a little gutted by this because this does smell so good. It does make me curious about his other products because this was really nice. It has me intrigued about the brand. All right, I finally finished my Neutrogena Hydro Boost sunscreen. This is like the regular sunscreen, SPF 50. This is really great. Like, it looks great, works great, except when you get it in the eyes. Don't get this in the eyes. It hurts. Like, it hurts a lot. I don't want to cuss, but it hurts a lot. I would rebuy this. I do want something that's has less fragrance. That's one of the reasons why I moved away from the Hydro Boost regular cream. I mean, the regular facial moisturizer is only SPF 25. So I wanted something, or I do want something that has more SPF and it has less fragrance. So I don't currently have an SPF that's not a moisturizer. Actually, no, I have the e.l.f. skin one. So I'm good for now. And I'm going to work on finding something that has similar SPF, but less or no fragrance. And if I struggle, then maybe I'll come back to this. But this was really nice. Like, this was great. This is the Paula's Choice Anti-Redness Exfoliating Solution. It's their extra strength version. This was great, and I do plan to repurchase this. I currently have a mini. I don't use this a lot. I use this about once every other week. So like 2 times a month, maybe 3. And that's because I do use retinol, and I'm just like really paranoid about using this too close before or after I use retinol. So I need like some space between it. And I really like this, and this is like a cult product for a reason. I have 2 more products. So this guy, or 2 more products like the skincare category. This is a hand cream from the Body, almost called the Body Wash, the Body Shop. This is the British Rose. Don't like the smell, but also these hand creams aren't good. Like, my hands feel dry after using them. So yuck. And this has been in my like purse for years. I finished it sometime last year, but like just left it in my purse and forgot. And then when I went to go use it last time, I realized it was empty and brought it out. But also the Body Shop is like has an MLM component and like, come on guys. The Body Shop is one of those brands that is very vocal about things like animal testing, so like good on them, but then also you turn around and have an MLM. It's not cute. Okay. This is CeraVe sunscreen. This is SPF 30. This is excellent for the summer. I love it. I thought this was SPF 25. It's SPF 30. So I would rebuy this for the summer, but not now. We're not. If you watched my video on like all the stuff I bought in the first quarter of 2024, you'll know that I bought a bunch of sunscreen. Once like one of those goes out, then I'll buy this. Most likely. This is great. Love it. All right, into the more makeup-y stuff. I have some nail polishes that I finished / are decluttering. So these three. This is an OPI nail polish mini that I got, I think in like 2019 or 20 for Christmas. This is like right at the bottom. Like there's just a little bit left down here, but it's gone to the point where you can't paint your nails anymore. And then these two are declutters. This one is a jelly oil. And then this one is like half full, as you can tell, but I hate this color. So here's the thing about nail polish. You cannot put it in the garbage. And you also like can't pour it down your drain. It has to be disposed of with other hazardous materials or hazardous waste. I have a feeling that a lot of folks watching might be putting their nail polish in the garbage. Don't do that, please. Unless your like county or your state or your province says otherwise, your city, however your recycling and waste management is managed, unless they say otherwise, nail polish needs to be put with hazardous materials, even if it's empty, because there's still like residue from the nail polish inside. So I'm not as finicky about like, this one is half full. I might try and see if somebody wants it. Maybe, we'll see. But if not, it doesn't bother me as much to throw away nail polish because regardless, it has to go to hazardous waste, at least where I'm living. This one is like brand new, never used. Gonna see if somebody wants this. But all of these are ultimately like empties and declutters. I also finished another sponge. This one is the Eco Tools biodegradable makeup sponge. This is a sponge I'm like definitely going to repurchase sometime in the future. I did mention again in that video where I talked about what I bought in the first quarter. I bought a pack of sponges, so I won't be replacing it this year, maybe not even next year because there's like 12 in there. These are also expensive. It's $20 for two, so it's like $10 each for a sponge. There are better deals out there. Like the Real Technique sponge is like $15 or $16 for four. Like there's other good options. And the ones I bought are excellent. You're just paying a premium to make your sponge biodegradable. I don't want to talk shit about this sponge because I did enjoy it for a long time, but I did notice my makeup wasn't going on as nicely. I wasn't sure if it was like I'm using sponges too long or if this sponge itself is just like there's just better out there, and I feel like there's just better out there. So the sponge I have now, I like way more than this, but this is like passable. And so I feel like I'll buy this again in the future. But if there's stuff I like more, you're like buying something that you don't like as much, that's more expensive, but better for the environment. So it's a trade-off, I guess. All right, next up is this Summer Fridays lip balm. All of the like writing is off. This was nice. I did really enjoy this, and I thought about repurchasing it until I learned it was like $32, $33. In my opinion, a lip balm should not cost $33. It's like $35 with tax, maybe even more than that. this is not objectively worth $35. Great, nice formula. You're just not like that. That's, I don't know. That kind of pricing is wild to me. So I'm not going to be repurchasing it. Not because of any formula problems or performance problems, simply price. All right. A mini, sorry. This is the Bad Gal Bang mascara from Benefit. It came in an order. I didn't apply for it. I think that there's like still some life left in here, but when I wear this mascara, it performs exactly like any other mascara I've used from literally any other brand when it's on your, like, its last legs. You know when a mascara gets extra clumpy, gloopy, like that kind of thick black look on your eyelashes? That's what this looked like almost from day one. I don't like that look. I don't like the end of life mascara look. So I used this as much as I could, and I I wouldn't buy almost anything from Benefit anyways. Definitely not like a high-end pricey mascara. Okay, another lip balm. This is the Cicaplast lip balm. This was excellent. Would repurchase. I bought this. It was like $9, $50, something like that, and I think it's $10 now. I would repurchase it. I'm just, as I was mentioning in a previous video or this video, probably previously, I'm working through all the random lip balms that I found around my house, and I have like 2 left. So once I get through those, then we'll buy this one. Next up is this ColourPop eyeshadow. This is a little quirky. There is still some product left in here. There we go. This has hard panned and it's also dry. I have not been able to revive this. I've done the tape method. I've scraped stuff off. And what happens when I scrape stuff off is it gets like, because I've already used up quite a bit, it will just like break up the product. If you've dealt with hard pan and like old super shocks and you revive them, let me know how you've done it, because I'm considering this an empty unless I find another way to use it. Okay, last up is my e.l.f. HD powder. We are finished with her. This was so good. Really enjoyed it. I already have another one ready to go, and I don't know, this is just a staple powder. I was previously using one by Maybelline, and I have tried some minis and stuff that have been like thrown in with orders or like birthday gift, I think, previously. I like this more than any of the other ones I've tried. I've already repurchased this.
I think there's another you.